They hear it on the radio, right? Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. Hip hop versus pro wrestling, WrestleMania rumors, and the end to the Wednesday night wars. All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, let's see who's making their way to the ring.
Cool, Mischief, let's get it.
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
It's the J, the P, the savagery. JP Savage here, folks. Can't believe we did that.
PCF, I couldn't see you over there because I think I got my man's a special family guest over here. We brought the family over. My brother Cass, baby, here to join us on the discussions today. Talk to him with the Cass.
What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all for having me, man. I'm here with the wrestling aficionados. You know, ready to talk some shit, have some fun. So thank y'all for having me, bro.
No. We blessed to have you, my brother. And to that, it is now time to start it off early, baby. We got to pop off the bottles in celebration with you here with us tonight. What we drinking, fellas? Champs, pull out your drinks of choice. As the fans subscribe, we'll open bottles.
Yes. And make sure, folks, to subscribe. Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, HPC2 Sweet on IG and Twitter. You already know. And tonight we here with one of the dons of the Night Job podcast.
Oh, God.
Lord have mercy.
Being too nice.
All I'm gonna say though, if y'all look at Rel Carter's Instagram, he loving life right now. And I'm gonna tell you, it all started when he did an interview with our boys right here. You know what I'm saying?
Launch. That's actually a fact. That's actually a proven fact. So yeah, thank you for plugging that.
You know what I mean?
That was the launch.
That was the launch.
That's it.
Because his
definitely launched his career.
Glad to break bread with thee that make the rockets launch, so to speak, right? Gentlemen, there's a lot to discuss on the table. We had to call in the reinforcements because it's just too much to talk about in a week. We couldn't handle it. We had to bring in my brother Cass. Let's start things off with some cardio, though, as we usually do. Time to run the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Heavy hearts again, ladies and gentlemen. We lose another one. Jim Crockett Jr. passes away at the age of 76. Just days removed from undergoing hospice with kidney and liver issues. These are the owner of the old roots of the WCW, man. Before it was WCW, talk about the NWA days. We all wish the family the best, and our condolences, man. R.I.P. to that man. On the brighter side, though, NWA did come out today and announce some good news. We're gonna brighten up the mood here, guys. They are back. NWA Power returns March 23rd, ladies and gentlemen, and they're gonna be on a new place. Talk to me, Mischief. Where they going?
They're gonna be on Fight TV. I was surprised that they'd make this move. Right, we saw that they pulled all their stuff from YouTube. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. I guess they got sold or something. But I'm glad to see that they're still around. I don't know if I'm gonna pay for that though, but I think people will. Right? Listen. I'm too cheap for that shit. I pay for mad shit. Actually, that's a lie. I steal all my subscriptions from all these guys.
Listen, do not be disrespectful. Let's not be disrespectful. NWA Power had a wonderful following. That studio quality wrestling is something that was cleansing the palate in the wrestling world today. And there are people that are very excited, like myself, your very own JP Savage, and I can't wait what we're going to get. Because now there's a lot of talent that's not there anymore. So we're going to get new talent pushed over. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Camille Brickhouse is about to be a main event. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Now, I'm glad for that. Heavy hearts with the loss of question mark. It's gonna be.
Oh shit!
Yeah. If you noticed in their announcement today, he was the last clip they showed. You know what I mean?
And it was. It's gonna be a tough watch without him. But our boy there, he's gonna do his thing though. He's gonna praise him, carry that title that he's holding. Aaron Speed. What is it? I forget his last name nowadays.
Stevens.
Aaron Stevens. Yeah, Aaron Stevens. Yeah. what I'm really excited though is the home. So the home change. I like the fight thing, but maybe they should have kept some more stuff on YouTube because turns out the demographic has changed, gentlemen. Nowadays, we're getting more fans, or at least WWE is reportedly hitting a new demographic in the 13 to 24-year-old range in the males. So, according to YouTube and Facebook, they've been tuning in a lot more recently. So they kind of missing the boat on this little.
Wait, hold the fuck up. Hold the front door. Stop the train. Did Dave Meltzer make this shit? That's the most obvious shit you could ever say. Wrestling's attracting the demographic of 18. That's exactly what was the 90s all about. Come on now. You don't Cindy Lauper into the shit to fucking bring out 75-year-olds. Like, that's always been the demographic.
You know who did that? Bad Bunny did that. That's who did that.
Oh, shit.
And you know why Bad Bunny can do that?
Malo.
Because they're Conejito Malo. If you notice, Randy Orton this week talked about he understands what the business is about. He respects the business. He's willing to put in the work. And that's the difference between these so-called rappers, entertainers, and artists that want to come around the corner and just think that
who win the race? Who win in the race? The hair or the puppy? Who wins? Well, I'll let you think about it.
Man,
T-Bar called them Paw Patrol. How about that? I like Paw Patrol better.
Wow.
Yo, so Cass, what you think about this? You got these so-called legends, right? These legends, right?
That's right.
They could just jump into wrestling like ain't no thing. What you think about that, man?
You know what? You know what's funny, man? And you know me, I've never been like super into the wrestling world like that. But like, you got to show some respect to somebody else's profession, man. That's really what it comes down to. You know what I mean? You wanna call it fake. You want to call it entertainment. Yeah, it's all that. I mean, it's not really fake. It's entertainment. But these guys are really out there, you know, busting moves, moving around. Like they're actually getting hurt. Who was that tweet from? Was it Randy?
Yeah,
that tweeted about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, he's actually speaking truth to that. You got to put a little more respect on the culture of wrestling, man. You know what I mean? That's how it is.
Absolutely. And
the truth is that Bow Wow is really like, a lot of people want to get in it and do wrestling because it's something that they've seen, like they've felt since they were little, or like it's something that they've always followed. Like it's something that they've kind of wanted to always do. And this motherfucker's just like, I'm bored, I'm gonna jump in this shit. And then he's gonna talk mad shit about it before he even did day 0. Like before he even did day 1. Before he even did day 2, he has not taken a single bump. He has not ran a single rope. He does not know his dick from his elbow in a wrestling ring. And that is true. That's true.
I mean, just look at Snoop.
To be fair, that is kind of the attitude and stereotype that exists for pretty much anybody in his situation coming in. And I think he falls into a kind of routine. It's not just him. It's a lot of UFC fighters do the same shit too. They talk shit about
but at least they're competitors. At least they're fighters.
I was gonna say, you know, just translating into like the hip hop. When you look at the real wrestling fans, like the Wale's or you know, the West Side Guns that's really into that. How many times have you heard a real wrestling fan say, hey, I'm going to jump into the wrestling world to be a wrestler? Never. Because they know what it takes. They understand it. They come from that culture as well. So for him to just blatantly say that's like, it's not just like you jumping into acting. Exactly. It's a different realm, man. You know?
But let us not forget, it wasn't just Bow Wow that said this, right? The reason that Randy Orton, the reason that we're even talking about this right this moment is because Soulja Boy
with the swag on.
Bow Wow's boy want to jump in on the
just when you're like, all right, it's Bow Wow, it can't get any worse, right? Nah, we're gonna.
Oh, but it can.
Spin the Rolodex to where the F-list celebrities are. They'll be like, look at this fucking one hitter. Yeah, fucking Soulja Boy.
I mean, you went far with the one hitter. You know what I mean? It was at least 2. It was at least 2. But listen. The problem is, you know what the problem is? These so-called legends, right? In particular, we're talking about Bow Wow, Shad, right? Shaw Gregory Moss. Yeah. I called you out. You didn't come. Anyway, and also Soldier Boy, right? I remember, and Cass, correct me if I'm wrong. These are two of the individuals that have been complaining about the new hip hop artists and the lack of their ability. They just want to come at everybody and they want to do shit their own way and they don't have respect, right? That's been a conversation for some time. And now they're gonna be hypocrites and do the exact same thing. I find that interesting.
Because they get upset. They get upset when somebody jumps on SoundCloud and makes a song and they blow up, right? Now you got a nobody coming into hip hop.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, you doing the exact same thing. Make sure before you jump in that ring, you've done your homework.
Is that the equivalent on the vice versa scale?
Not for nothing, right? We got to talk about Shaq. If we're here, we're in the neighborhood. Shaq is a well-known rapper, right? Shaq is a world-renowned, world-famous rapper.
Arguably, Shaq has
also a genie. Don't forget he was a genie.
The most best produced record out ever. That shit had so many producers on there, bro. So many producers.
That shit had more producers than hits.
Oh man.
That's facts.
Well, we need a confirmation. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten it yet, but we will soon. It's just I wanted to know how he felt about Snoop's dive in AEW.
Man, fuck Snoop's dive, yo.
Hopefully, he was gonna promise to do a better one than that.
Yo,
that's a performance I would rather forget.
If you want an example of that, you just can't walk into this shit, right? Remember, Snoop Dogg is a WWE Hall of Famer. Like, Snoop Dogg's been in WWE many a times. He was in Hall of Fame like in 2004 or some shit. Like, Snoop's been around. Sasha got put on. And you saw Snoop jumping off the top rope like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell me, he was high. He's always high. Like, that's not an excuse.
He didn't go high enough that day.
He wasn't high. I'd be like, all right, maybe that was the cause right there. I see. Somebody should give him a blood. But, not everybody could do this, folks. And you know what? Shad, respect. Shad say he's gonna go train. That's his word.
Yeah. All right.
But the only thing I say is, Bad Bunny ain't talk about him going into wrestling world. We didn't know about this shit till it was happening. There was some rumors, but we didn't know to what degree it was gonna be. He didn't come out. He was in an IG on Twitter trying to catch a flame. He just said, "Watch me on Monday Night Raw." That's all he did. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. Can't take you seriously. If you pop it at the list from the house,
not provide a 401.
Hold on.
Apparently,
Cass got a question, and I've been dying for JP to shut the fuck up so he can ask.
Talk to me, Cass.
I just wanted to ask y'all, right? As wrestling purists, how do y'all look at the random celebrity or artist or whoever it is, entertainer, jumping into the ring? How do y'all feel about that?
Right off the bat, it depends on what kind of role they playing. For me, man, for me, I gotta, if they coming into the main event, that means it's star power, and they're like celebrity A-list.
Cass, I'll answer your question with a question. How do you feel about a friend that brings a guest into your house?
I don't like it.
Uninvited. Nobody told you about it.
What kind of friend are we talking about exactly?
That's the point.
That's the question. That's the real question.
That's the thing. If your friend, if the person comes in and they're talking mad shit, they talk about your curtains, they talking about the drapes, they talk about everything, like they just
time to go.
Yo, fuck out of here, dog.
Roger, what up, Roger?
They bring a nice bottle. They ready to, you know what I mean? Like they ready to mingle. They ready to talk. They ready to chat. They got a good sense of humor. That's a good guess.
That sounds like when you bring JP Savage anywhere. That's what that sounds like. It's wonderful. People love him, right? But see, Cass, there's some naysayers when it comes to celebrities being part of professional wrestling, but I would say the opposite. I enjoy it. Enjoy it, but as Vic the Villain said, it depends what's the role. There's a difference between somebody being used to elevate somebody, to bring some more eyes to the product, right? But at the same time, respecting the integrity of the entertainment and the sport, right? Not someone that's gonna get a legitimate title shot, you know what I'm saying, go over a la, Arquette situation that we had going on. Like, you can't have that because that dismisses all the hard work that these professionals put into the craft.
Yo, and
Right.
going off for that, that's what bothered me with the Bow Wow too. He was like, "Yo, some of you guys got 50K followers, and I'm helping boost y'all up. Like, y'all should thank me and shit like that." Like, you know, that's a little. That was a cheap shot. I didn't really respect that right there. You know.
And yo, Cass, say something about the professional wrestling world, man. It's a place where you really have to pay your dues.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
Like in order to get
These are
respect, you
dudes
have-
that don't pay their dues and they still paying them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
come on,
somebody
man.
to come out of left field and expect to have that type of success in their craft. You know what I mean? There's some dudes like right now, people that are wrestling that are getting pushed, they're in their mid-30s. The guy that's over right now, that Bad Bunny helped put over, is 38 from the Bronx, Puerto Rican dude. You know what I'm saying? And now is that he's the wrestling forever.
Bro, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I want Bow Wow and Soulja Boy to talk mad shit. I changed my mind. I want them to talk mad shit. I want them to talk mad shit. All right. Number one, give us something to talk about, right? It's interesting, right? We would not be talking about Bow Wow. Bow Wow would not be selling do-rags if it wasn't for wrestling right now. Motherfucker putting up videos about hair waves, dog. That's what you doing? You dropped 18 hits in the 90s, and now you selling do-rags, my guy? You know how many motherfucking bodegas do that shit? I am not buying a Bow Wow do-rag. Fuck out of here.
You've been listening to Mayweather too much, man. Listen. The thing is, like, the problem that I have is that, yo, if this is 50 Cent talking, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you got Bow Wow and Soulja Boy acting tough. Like, who the fuck?
But the crazy, you know, they each got their own challenge, right? So now you got Bow Wow putting the Bow Wow challenge on.
Yeah, they both mental challenge is what happened. That's the problem. That's the problem. All right? That's the hashtag Bow Wow Soulja Boy mental challenge situation is what it is. All right? And listen. All right? Y'all know Rikishi?
Yep.
Y'all heard of that motherfucker?
I heard about
Does he look like a motherfucker that play games?
Nope.
In the behind the scenes,
Not
when
at
it comes
all.
to the business, right? He's the same motherfucker that used to hang out and had the blessings of the Undertaker, who had just come out talk about guns and drugs and shit in the fucking back. You think he's gonna let a motherfucker walk up in there and do whatever the fuck he thinks he wants?
No.
Wild.
Is it Rikishi part of BSK?
That's right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
keep talking your shit, Playboy, because receipts will be coming. And I can't wait.
Hey, Papa.
Can't wait.
Yo, all I'm saying is,
footage of training. I want to see footage.
Yo, all I'm saying is,
that's what I want to see.
Bow Wow's never played a heel before, bro. He's always been a baby face. I'm just saying.
That's true.
He was the punk in Tokyo Drift, and he was the only color dude.
The only one. Who's been the shortest wrestler in history? Like, is Bow Wow classified for that?
If they sign him, I guess maybe he's in the running.
Nah. I mean,
It'll be Bow Wow and Max Mini.
a whole bunch of little person wrestlers and luchadors that perform. But
okay, I didn't know that.
To your question, Drake Maverick might be there. Lince Dorado, Rey Mysterio, of course, who he mentioned he wanted to be in a tag team with.
Bow Wow's what, 5'7"? How I told you?
Bow Wow's like 5'3".
He's like about
5'3", 5'4".
No fucking way. He's 5'4".
He ain't Tory Lanez neither.
That young man,
Yeah, when he stand up, he the same height. Put it down.
He is torso height.
Shout out to
He's
Tory.
like,
all good.
Oh, man.
It's ugly out there, man. It's ugly, and I wish we could get past the whole. I'm trying to sell an album and trying to make clout and some noise here, and let's actually bring a movement together. Let's get the collaboration going and shit. But we're gonna move it. We're gonna get into that too in a little bit. But first,
Talking about moving. It seemed like some shit moving on Tuesdays. On to Tuesdays, isn't it?
Oh, say more. No. It's gonna be an end of the. Yo, was it a war? I think it was a fucking beatdown, bro. It was a fucking. It was a brutal assault. Incriminate AEW, yo. They fucking destroyed NXT in the ratings on this whole run, man. It was not even fair. The hype beast around AEW was just too crazy.
Now, can we acknowledge that this is not a ratings reason? Right?
No.
This is not. This was hockey related. They did it because of
what was the reasoning behind that? So
yeah, they did that shit because of, I believe the NHL playoffs or some shit was coming, and that's like
shit. Was it? Oh,
yeah. Or fucking USA was like, get the fuck out of here, guy. Yo, you had your chance, pero vete pa la mierda.
It has been reported that both brands did respectively well or better by themselves on the nights that they were by themselves. I think NXT had a good night they went on Tuesday before.
Once again, Captain fucking obvious information. Of course, if they're on separate nights, they're gonna do better because there's only one product to watch. Right. I mean, that's the whole idea behind the competition, right? Because it brought more eyes to the product as a whole. So, guys, in case y'all didn't realize, this is eventually going to happen.
Good.
It's about putting eyes on the product and then growing, right?
Wednesdays are hard, yo.
It is,
so
bro.
Now what does this mean?
Because if not, I would have made through it.
What happened, Chubbs?
What does this mean? What does this mean for Impact on Tuesday nights? Are they hit, or do they move over back?
They're fine. Don't they own it? Don't they own Tuesday? Isn't it always Tuesday TM at the end of the shit?
We own the night. That's what they say, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They got 100,000 viewers on Twitch. You think anybody give a fuck about Impact, man?
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Nobody's out here like.
I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much. If AEW want to flex his muscles, they already got these relations going on with Impact. They could dip their dick into Impact and fuck with the NXT on Tuesdays. I mean, you know what I mean? All those promos they're doing about Impact, they could start doing that shit about NXT. I mean, I'm just saying. The opportunity
is that. I'm with all of that. I cannot wait, yo. Tuesday night
all of that
experience.
Listen, let's move the fuck on because Tuesday nights are not gonna it's not because of what the fucking. It's gonna help everybody. Honestly, it needed to happen a long fucking time ago. Let's be real. All right, we need having two shows on at the same time that are highly competitive, that are very good, is a very hard manage. And if you ask me, the DVR one, that's the one I'm not gonna watch. Let's be real. That's the one that's on the list of shit that I gotta
catching up. I'm still catching up with NXT, to be honest, yo.
That's my point. You catching up to what? NXT and Grey's Anatomy for like 18 weeks.
Cass,
how still watching that shit?
How would you feel, right, if an artist came out and said, "Yo, I'm gonna drop one record a week"?
Instead of dropping a whole project?
I mean, a whole project, but even an EP, right?
Dropping one a week?
Yeah.
Or one song.
Yeah, one just give me the whole goddamn project, man.
You would be frustrated, right?
Yeah, man. Stop giving me a Lucy every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of, unfortunately, I feel this is the type of this change. This is what might bring. Because I do believe competition always makes the product better. This is what was nostalgic for us in the 90s, having WCW versus WWE, WWF going at it. And honestly, Wednesday Night War, it was difficult to watch. And sure, they both took a hit, but they also were both in the conversation.
Right. So now, do you think, just, I'm just a spectator, but this is just NXT trying to save themselves at the end of the day? Because they can't compete on the same day?
It didn't come from them. It didn't come from them. The decision came from the network. The justification was the NHL. So if, maybe to change the wording of your question, did the network think that they couldn't compete?
Right. Okay.
And was like, fuck out of Dodge.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe them Tuesday numbers sparked a bright look in their eye.
Either way though, remember, the E just signed a nice peacock, bro. So they could figure that out. You know what I mean? NXT could go on right after The Rock and Keenan at 9 o'clock, go to 11.
Rivalry and everywhere too. Cass, where in hip hop can you remember a time where you had somebody competing, like two rappers competing, man, dropping the same album on the same day, really going head to head? What was the
Yo,
last time?
you know what's funny? I mean, everybody knows about the Jay-Z versus Nas shit, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's what I
the,
remember. Sure.
the theory lately is that every time Nas drops some shit, Jay drops some shit just to shit on him. That's the theory.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
it's been
shit!
happening often. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, sometimes it's just friendly competition. Sometimes it's just, bad timing, you could say. But, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's good at the end of the day. Still sharp and still. That's the way I look at it.
Yes.
I mean,
Greatness inspires greatness, right?
So that point is hold on real quick. Cass made a very great point. Steel sharp as steel, and the best era of wrestling was during the Monday Night Wars, right? When WCW and WWF had to go head to head, and there was no internet, there were no spoilers, there was no nothing. Like, you wanted wrestling, you got it on Monday nights, and like, you had to put on the better show because both were live, so you had to figure it the fuck out.
You're right. I see where you're going with that. So ultimately, the network that's behind NXT, they don't got to step their game up if they're on a different day. They can coast through, right?
Yeah.
And there's more projects on the horizon too. Don't forget, MEW got a show coming up that's gonna air on Mondays as well. Yeah, so they playing hopscotch with the days in the week as well, keeping us busy on that.
The AEW show, Vic. To your point, the AEW show, AEW Dark Elevation, or some bullshit like that. Right. That's not gonna compete with Raw real time. Like, that's not a real competition.
No. But just the fact that it's on a Monday, gets people talking, and if you watch,
it gets people talking.
So they're moving the needle here. They're playing with the days and the week and our lives and our time. I don't have anything to do. Let's get right into the bumps, fellas. Let's do the damn thing.
Kayla's lip? What?
Oh,
shit.
You're just gonna come out the blue part? Just like
folks, if you have gifts about to be had, if you want to get a mask, if you want to get a sweater, a scarf, whatever you want, you've got an anniversary, we got you. Foco.com. They got the bobbleheads. Everything you need for any sports paraphernalia. Make sure HPC 10 for your 10% off. We got you. You're welcome. Say hello to the wife.
Yo, get it. I'm not talking about Kayla. Honestly, Kayla, like, that's nobody. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's her personal business. I don't care that, like, she's bio, good for her. I'm glad that she came to grips with it and, like, it's public for her. If that makes her feel better, good for her. She's gorgeous. I hope she finds whatever she's looking for.
Sounds like wonderful news.
Yeah, real talk.
That's like when you get an ice cream, you put sprinkles on it. You're like, what? You
right.
What the fuck?
So it's time to move off of the side of the conversation again, because
we talking about Bow Wow again, man. What the fuck?
Shut up. Okay, it's time to take bumps. Shut up. We're gonna take the first bump of the night, and it so happens to be about the rap and wrestling connection here.
We're taking more bumps than Bow Wow tonight. God damn.
We brushed on it
and Elite Steve.
We're gonna talk about it more now, man. What would we like to see here? How can hip hop get more involved with wrestling, Cass? How would you like to see hip hop more involved with pro wrestling?
It's funny because there's a rapper out there named Westside Gunn, and he actually has a group that he got called Hall and Nash.
Oh, I know his name.
Yeah, it's him and Conway the Machine, and he's like super into the whole, wrestling, art, type of lifestyle. So I think he has something where he's trying to gear up to like merge the two in a more wrestling type of way. I'm not sure exactly on the details, but and then you got guys like Peter Rosenberg, and I call JP, he's the Dominican Rosenberg to me. So it's good to see like people in hip hop push that culture forward, especially for the people like me, right? They want to get educated on it. That Hall and Nash, like what's going on with this? You know what I mean? Like they put you on the shit that you've never heard before. and it's cross merging two cultures. That's a dope thing. I mean, you talk about hip hop and basketball, but really hip hop and wrestling too is right there with it. When you look at it.
We look at projects with like back in the day, hip hop and wrestling. We see that Rock kind of outdoes them a little bit in the history books. We'd like to see more of it.
But remember one thing, Victor Villain. Remember one thing. Rock optically, right, has always played a larger role. But you find out that hip hop has been infiltrated. That even Randy Orton himself spit out all the artists that he listened to in the locker room before his matches.
Right.
Like he's deep in the hip hop game. You know what I'm saying? So I think you would be surprised to find out that it's actually more popular than we are led to believe, based on like the songs and the entrances of the wrestlers and stuff like that. Because remember, that gets approved by a certain population.
Right? Right, no doubt. But like wrestling is overwhelmingly white. So that's where The Rock comes from. Motherfuckers aren't playing rap music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, white people in the 80s were not like, all right, cool, this NWA shit.
We learned that real quick at the Synergy show.
yeah. We were playing Nigga Thumb, and these motherfuckers are like.
But what I'm saying is, listen, what I'm saying is, like, don't be surprised that it's actually more prevalent than it is. And I mean, listen, and if it isn't, it's something to be said about the population, like you said. I mean, why is it we're so excited that we finally have the third black champion in WWE history?
Wild.
The third in all of his history. The Rock, Kofi Kingston, Bobby Lashley.
Kofi dividends.
Exciting. And I got emotional. That's just crazy. But at the same time, you once you process, it's like really.
And you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the hip hop music, it kind of helps that, right? Because you're bringing in people that don't necessarily know. But at the end of the day, black, white, Latino, whatever, you can't say nobody didn't come up watching wrestling when they were young.
Yeah,
it's a part of everybody's history. That's just a fact to it.
Right? Cash. Did you know our uncle watched wrestling in DR?
Really? What?
Evelyn's dad.
Who did he watch? Who did he watch out there in DR? Who's out there?
El Rey, El Campeón, and Jack Veneno, who Ric Flair lost the NWA Championship to in DR because he's about to get stabbed. The heat he got out there was so crazy. He had to tell him like, "Yo, Jack, take that shit. Yo, you good?
Yo, you don't understand. You don't understand, Cass. You don't get it. This podcast is the number one. Well, with the exception of JP, we are the number one fans of No Way Jose. We are praying that this Dominican man does something relevant within the next month or so because we need somebody else to talk about.
Marty Bell has a fucking.
You're right, Marty Bell. Yo, Jack Veneno,
especially coming back, especially with NWA Power coming back.
Let me ask y'all something. What do y'all want to see happen to see more people like us into the culture like that and be a more dominant presence?
We don't want you. Fuck you, bro. Like, get out of here.
I'm gonna drink my drink and
I would say,
get out. Get out.
I would disagree. I would say the best times of wrestling is when wrestling is intermingled with popular culture. And hip hop is popular culture. You know what I mean? Some people like to say, oh, it is what it is. That's cultural appropriation.
So it's going right now too.
You could like something, right? And it is what it is, and it could change your life, right? So hip hop is it. I love it.
The truth is in wrestling, when we go back to the conversation about rock music that we were just having.
Yeah.
The white base wrestling fan is not growing in terms of like their wrestling fans. You know what I mean? Clearly. Their wrestling fans are getting smaller. That fucking group of people is getting smaller in terms of like the viewership. Their base was mostly white people. Yeah, absolutely. There was fucking Latinos and blacks fucking watching wrestling. It's like Cass said, it's part of everybody's culture at this point. Like at some point in your life, everybody watched something.
And I know you hated that stat earlier, but that stat, what was it? The 13 to 27 group on YouTube. Be it they all might be white. Guess who goes to all the hip hop shows? It's mostly white kids.
Yo, listen, Cash, when we went
That might
Oh,
together
that
right
Meek Mill
there.
concert, it was snowing.
Who was there? Who was there?
It was snowing.
It was snowing, man.
All these white kids from some Hapagua and Mineola and Long Island and shit.
I've heard of that place before. Yeah.
yo, for real, I went to SOS to watch a Joe Budden concert, and it was about like 70% white people.
Straight
and I
up.
was like,
Really?
and I was
So
like,
they could
get
afford the
the
ticket.
fuck out of here. Yo, it was $17. I paid $17 at SOS to fucking watch Joe Budden. So shit on stage for like 40 minutes.
Here.
No, you know what happened? That happened after, Joe Budden put out that 10-minute song, and everybody's like, fuck that. I don't got 10 minutes, man. I don't got
Chills, don't disrespect
that shit was
10
fire.
minutes.
That was
Listen,
fire.
that shit was fire, but I had to listen to that shit in parts, bro.
I just
have
need 10
ADHD.
minutes
I can't pay
alone.
attention for that long, goddammit.
That sound like a you problem. Sound like a you problem. You're like, yo, I can't digest this art. Fuck out of here, nerd.
I didn't say I couldn't digest it.
But
I said I had to think
JP
myself.
has seen how many Iron Man matches?
That's right.
Yo, for real.
I worked the leg. You know what I'm saying?
The leg. We work the leg for a lot of reasons.
Oh,
Listen.
I for one would love to see more artists doing entrance themes or working with the wrestlers with their content, whether it be attire wise or whatnot. They don't have to wrestle. Like, I don't need to see them get into the ring. You don't have to take the bump, but you can be part of the business too, man. Like,
listen,
yo,
weren't there rumors with WWE reaching out to Cardi recently?
who?
Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He had a program with Lacey right
Bring
off the
her
bat.
in.
Right off the bat.
Hey, you know what happened? Vince went like that to Cardi B and he got Bad Bunny. I think that's what happened. Right? And I think that's for the best. Because what the fuck was Cardi B gonna do? You think she's gonna wrestle a match? You think she's gonna jump on the top rope, my guy? Look, fuck out it.
I would love to see that.
I would love to see Cardi B wilding out on somebody.
It's a nice visual.
Yo, like you said, Lacey Evans. Cardi B gets all ratchet on her shit, pulling it. Like, that shit would be phenomenal.
Oh, paint that picture, man.
Yeah, yo, put your pants on, Cass. What's going on?
My bad.
Cardi's about it, bro. When it's up, then it's stuck.
Whoa. What's up? Bluetooth. Like, when you talk about demographics, right? We got Bad Bunny now. They realize, both companies realize, we gotta expand, right? So we got Bad Bunny coming in. All right, we need some urban youth. We got Latino youth coming in, right? Bad Bunny. Then on the other network, we need that TNT crowd. We need that NBA fresh. What the fuck is the name of the show? The NBA, the Shaq show.
Inside the NBA.
Inside the NBA. Thank you. Inside the NBA, right? That's a big show on fucking TNT, right?
Yeah,
obviously, aside from basketball, right? TNT's known for their basketball.
But
so
that's
Shaq. Well, scripted or not, Shaq came in, and Shaq did his thing, and that's cross-cultural too, right? Both companies are realizing that, like, we need to expand and fucking reach into different demographics that, like, we really haven't catered to in the past. So we need to put the title on Bobby Lashley. We need to go out and get Shaq. We need to entertain this bullshit with Bow Wow. We need to fucking do this other thing with Cardi B, maybe not. So all of that is just smart business.
Absolutely.
Wrestling and whatever's popping is good business.
Yeah.
And rap is popping. And that's why Bow Wow is not good for business, because that motherfucker
business.
Yo, guys, I don't know if you understand. I don't know if you guys understand that Cody Rhodes went on live on Inside the NBA, right? During one of the most televised games. You had the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Lakers. And that's when he went on to talk shit about Shaq. That he's gonna blow him out. I
saw that.
That he's gonna blow him out. He can't last with me in the ring. He can't even touch me. You know what I mean?
Cass saw that.
Cass saw
exactly. That's the
because I watch Inside the NBA. There you go,
bro.
And you don't watch.
That's how everybody eats. There's no reason why everybody can't eat, yo. Y'all keep pretending that this shit is like the movie The Platform. Like, yo, everybody can eat. Just gotta take your rations, bro.
But to be clear, y'all good with that though. As far as the business of that, y'all good with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yo, it's good for business. Yo, if wrestling grows, you get better wrestling. You know what I mean? Like better production, bigger stages, things are more important, better storytelling, whatever. Like the more people watch this shit, the more important it becomes. So Shaq coming in, Bow Wow's not bringing anybody. But Bad Bunny is.
He's bringing all those 43-year-old women that were MSG, bro. I'm telling you.
That's true.
That's true. I'll tell you who he's not bringing, Ciara.
He's not coming, unfortunately.
Yo, he slapped the me after Pretty Chubs. But he never showed up.
Yeah, fuck them, bro. Yo, don't make a date you can't keep, is all I'm saying. We can do it once, we can do it twice, but son, 3 times you can suck it from the back, because I ain't never had it like that. You're not gonna fucking jerk us around like this. This is fucking bullshit. We gave you a platform, we gave you a stage, we gave you an opportunity, and life as it may be, put you in the opportunity, get the fuck out of here. That's what happened.
Sounded like DNA. Man. Shout out to DNA.
Get the
fuck out of here. Listen, man, we gotta get off of him and get off of the whole ambiance of pretend stuff. Let's get into the real shit, the real hardcore facts on facts, top of the line facts that will happen for sure. Well, kind of, because they're rumors. We have rumors, guys. Rumors of WrestleMania matches. What we think will happen. And it's early still. Yes, we are yet a ways. We have a pay-per-view left. And there's still some time here. But, Cass, I got to ask you, man. When I say WrestleMania, what's the first thing that comes to mind, man? What do you think of? What reminds you? What do you see?
You know I could compare. Yeah, well, that too. You know, I can compare that to is WrestleMania and the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
The names are right there to me. Because remember how many casual fans,
on the
right?
Same network.
To the casual fan, how many casual fans come to Super Bowl Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania carries that same type of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've been invited, and shout out to my cousin Roger. He done invited me to his crib for WrestleMania, and I came through. Just as the casual fan will come through on Super Bowl Sunday. It's an event.
Wait a minute. You went to Roger's house to watch WrestleMania? You didn't come to my house?
Oh, shit. We got
damn. Now, you listen, I'm glad you was watching. I'm just, you know what? It might have been the year we were at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Save it, JP. Yeah. Fucking loser. No one wants to watch it to you.
Listen. JP Savage has been, in the last 10 years, I've been to at least 3 WrestleMania. I should have went with 5. I should have went with 5.
Yo, hold on. The one that we sat together don't count because we don't remember shit. We don't remember any of it.
No, you know.
Backstage,
yo, we ended up in the parking lot. You remember this shit?
The mistake, Mischief. I had that fucking non-scannable plastic flask.
You had the Capri whiskey, son. Like you had that little pouch.
Capri whiskey, son.
And we was sauce. And then I made the mistake during the Triple H match to pull that shit out. Oh boy.
Yo, you remember Undertaker's entrance?
No.
Me neither. I got the DVD. I had to watch that shit the next day. Hungover as fuck.
R.I.P.
Now, Kaz. So the casual fan, right, goes and watches WrestleMania. Is something like Bad Bunny gonna attract you to want to watch it more? Does that interest you at all?
Me personally, yeah, absolutely, it would definitely. Just you gotta remember too. They put the clips out, right? Just how you guys put your clips out to engage the casual fan. 2 minutes, 3 minutes here. That's something that'll draw the casual person like me in. Absolutely. Somebody Bad Bunny from my culture, from my background. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's definitely something.
You have no problem watching Bad Bunny and Damian Priest take on The Miz and John Morrison.
Nah, because I would love to see Bad Bunny get thrown through a table like they did to Shaq.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yo,
Hey,
they put
straight
Shaq
up.
to sleep last night.
Yo, and let me say this. It's really underestimated how many people are going to tune in to watch that tag team match. Because remember, the Miz and Mrs. is a very enjoyable show. People love it. It has multiple seasons. Like,
but that show doesn't expand the base. That show
it doesn't expand the base, but I'm gonna tell you, all those women and men and couples that watch Miz and Mrs. that are parents and shit, they're gonna tune into WrestleMania because that match is happening. Because if they're fans of Bad Bunny too, they're definitely gonna tune into that shit.
Plus the people that bought all his merch.
All right, that's two different things.
Quick as fuck. My wife wasn't able to get it, bro. They canceled all.
You see? That shit sold out mad fast, man.
Yo, Cass.
And I told Benito, Benito, guárdame uno. Pero, you know.
Yeah, man.
He said,
IGB lagging. IGB lagging.
Yo, Cass, who would you want to see? Like, who would be somebody that's popping right now that you'd be like, oh, this motherfucker would be dope in wrestling right now?
Oh, you see, y'all gotta give me some names, man. I gotta hit the professional talk from y'all to put somebody on. I don't want to disrespect the culture and say some random shit.
So I'm gonna explain to you what it takes to be a wrestler. I'm gonna explain to you what it takes to be a wrestler, right? So in order to be a wrestler, you need a person that's assertive, that's able to that has presence, able to command a crowd, has charisma, right?
You know who?
From one to left, right? Has ingenuity in the way they think and the way that the delivery is so fucking important. And of course,
who would you put in that spot? Off of everything you just said right now, who's the perfect matchup for you?
In hip hop and as a rapper, right? I would have to go right now. Probably number one, 50 Cent.
Yo, I was gonna say that.
That look just like me, right? And 50 Cent's funny. He's a troll, right? And he's also a creative mind. If you watch Power, like 50 Cent, it has layers, bro. And I think he'd be the type of person. If I took his money at the strip club and shit. You know?
All right. If we talking that, I got one person in mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Flavor Flav because crackheads never die.
Wow.
Man.
Crackheads are immortal. That's a fact. We all know.
I gotta respect Flav, bro. Like,
Yo.
Actually,
that's the first time that name's been brought up on this podcast.
The weight loss, Action Bronson. He's lighter than me and shit. So
Action Bronson?
Yeah, he's mad weight, bro. He like a lot, something like that right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean, he had a baby, changed his life up real quick. You know what I mean?
That's how you lost the weight, having the baby. God damn!
I guess he wanted to get healthy. You know what I mean? Like, he was an athlete. He's always an athletic dude if you follow him. But yo, Action Bronson, humble as hell. Big fan of professional wrestling. And you know somebody's a big fan when they have a song about Barry Horowitz. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you know you're a fan. And that's been my problem when it comes to Bow Wow, right? Like, you talk about Action Bronson, you know he's a wrestling fan. You talk about Wale, you know he's a wrestling fan. You talk about Old Boy that you mentioned. Scott Hall, right? Hall and Nash.
Right.
Like, the music, the things that they're passionate about is felt through the culture that they imprint. So when you talk about wrestling, when have you talked about that shit? I didn't see that like Mike. at a WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talk about?
Nah, you're right. You're right. It's all for clout, man, for attention.
That's the damn thing.
You know what that speaks to? The wrestling game as well. Yo, let me latch on to this. It's hot right now. That Bad Bunny was just on. Hold on, what's going on with this? Let me attach my name to this now.
Absolutely.
So guess what? Y'all motherfuckers is getting him hot. How about that?
I like the way that sounds.
Yep. Absolutely. That's exactly the truth, man.
Fuck him.
That's the reason why you have Cyndi Lauper in the first WrestleMania. Like, this is the only reason. She's the hottest shit around. That's why you have Muhammad Ali.
Like, that's go well with that. Yeah.
And that's why she's not in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Word. Why was Pamela Anderson at that Royal Rumble Shawn Michaels won?
Word.
Because she was the hottest around. Like, right. eyes to the product, and the casual fan enjoys wrestling. That's just fact, and that brings money in. So for all those casual fans out there that are watching this right now, make sure to subscribe and like the Heels Pops and Chair Shot, HBC Too Sweet on IG and Twitter in your brother's drawer, the closet. You already know. If you want to know about wrestling, what you need to watch, what you need to hear, what you need to listen to,
tune in on Thursday nights. My bad.
What? How you gonna fuck that up? You gonna fuck up the whole delivery? Damn.
We've only been doing this for 150 weeks.
It's only 150. This is a podcast, right? That we
toast to episode 150. This shit ain't easy, folks. Takes consistency.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate
it.
Man, no doubt.
And thank you so much. We much love. Thank you for letting us do what we do. But goddamn, you must let me do what I do because we speak the truth.
Well, let's keep speaking more truth, like this card that will definitely happen at WrestleMania this year that we have exclusively for you as we continue and we move on with Randy Orton and the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
See, like, so this leaked card, right? That we're looking at here of WrestleMania matches is all duh. There's no match here that is a fucking surprise of any kind. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal every fucking year, right? A women's battle royal? That's a surprise, I guess, right? They don't do a battle royal. Did they
do it last year? I feel like they did it last year.
On the pre-show, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But Shane and Braun, that's what's been popping and
I
developing.
see that happening now.
Yo, people called it and Twitter was disgusted. Twitter was throwing up just like Randy. It was
honestly,
it was like no. It was Cash. It was like Benzino coming after that.
Right?
Oh God.
Yo, Cass, let me ask you a question, and this is why this match works. Cass, all right, is your cousin a dumbass? No. Look, do you know Shane McMahon?
Which one?
Shane McMahon. You know
Yes,
Shane McMahon?
I know them absolutely.
What do you know about him, other than he's the son of the owner or whatever?
I think he's the son of the owner.
Yeah, that's it.
He likes
that too. And that face, what's that face he be making? Ain't he famous for that face?
That face he's about to nut. And he's about to jump off of some big shit.
That's his vinegar
right?
stroke.
The vinegar stroke. I don't know about like that's clean a lot.
Looking like he popped a blue chew or something, right?
Hey, he smells like mad.
Like
he smelled like him. He looked like he smelled like the old Spice, like the one that came in the little fucking aftershave. Conical fucking
Old Spice that burns you.
Yeah. It's shit that you were like, go burn.
Yeah, that's called Avon.
So red.
Before 10 and shit, man. Like,
Shane looks like out of his nuts, yo. That's all I'm saying.
Shane is the resident stunt man. He jumps off of big shit, gets a big move, like big pop, whatever. And guess what? Braun Strowman is the resident freak show giant. Isn't he like 7'11"? Fucking, he's huge. So we're gonna get like one of these pandemonium, phenomenal, spectacular moment. And that's what this WrestleMania is gonna be about, those spectacular moments. And that's what it should always be about. What, bitch? God damn, yo, you speak 90% of the time. What do you want?
Because what I gotta say is important.
Yo, never what you say is important.
So I would agree with what you said, but unfortunately, like, you know, there's sometimes too much sausage in a party, right? And
that's true.
And the facts are that when I went to WrestleMania at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? First stop on my honeymoon, right?
Talk about it.
I saw Shane go, over against Undertaker jumping off the cage. That was cool. It's nostalgic. It brought us back. But we've seen this shit every fucking year, again. Why? This just proves to me that Stephanie's getting the company when Vince dies, bro. That's what it proves to me. Shane is still trying to prove his worth.
Are you done?
We
can
expect some titles to be this year.
Sasha we can have nice things.
Belair is gonna be a good match. Not one nice. But
that's why
I'm
we're
looking
gonna
forward to
get
Bianca and Sasha.
That's why we're gonna get Bianca and Sasha, because that was the best combination of people to put together in the match, right? Bianca has been tremendous as a talent, right? Obviously, right? She had the stipulation with the Royal Rumble, but before that, she was phenomenal and she deserved. The way Sasha's been working is just gonna be magic, and that's what I mean. This is all gonna be a spectacle, and it has to be, right? We haven't always had something where like every match kind of matters, has gravitas, and like here we are 2 months, like we're 2 pay-per-views out talking about the shape of WrestleMania. That's called long form storytelling. Isn't that what we've been complaining about?
That's a great job, actually. Yeah.
You know what's the most disappointing match?
And remember, 2 nights. It looks like they're gonna fill up both nights.
Yeah.
The most disappointing match right now is that Raw Women's title, because there was no way in hell it was going to be Bianca Belair versus Asuka. That wasn't the match nobody wanted to see.
Yeah. Listen,
and that's a problem.
But JP, nobody wanted to see Charlotte and Asuka,
and we're still getting it.
And we're still getting it. But it's gonna be
again.
It's gonna be a good match. Is it not? Is it not gonna be a good match?
Are they gonna see the show? Unless they steal the show. Unless they steal the show, it's not a good match.
It doesn't have to steal the show, JP. Every match.
2 nights. It's 2 nights.
That's what normal. 2 matches could steal the show. There's fucking 50 matches on this card. The odds are against you, my friend.
All I'm saying is Dolph Ziggler has stole show in big cards. It just takes 2 people with talent putting on a fucking show. So you have Charlotte and Asuka. They better steal the show the first night.
Dolph Ziggler's not even on this card, bro. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. In fact, we got no tag fucking matches, which I'm sure will come, right? Other than Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. It'll come, right? This is only part of the card. Edge and Roman Reigns. Right? Cass, you remember Edge? Do you?
I've heard the name, yes.
You've heard the name, right? He used to come out and spit blood out of his mouth and shit.
We're not talking about edging.
Yeah.
Whoa, Edge. Yo. Put your pants on. Nah, Edge.
I got my wrong notes up.
Yeah. This card, nothing is really a surprise here. Really. Like, this is just a product of what we're seeing right now.
Before we close these things off here, let's let the Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, so I want that's a match definitely we gotta see, right? Because McIntyre now, Bobby Lashley winning, especially after Black History Month, right? Because unfortunately, I'm gonna keep it real. That's something that's talked about everywhere. That in February, Black History Month, all of a sudden people get titles that they will never get before. And once again, folks, Bobby Lashley's the 3rd African American Black champion in WWE history. In the history.
You rather him?
So let's not ignore what's real. Let's not ignore what's real. Let's not ignore it. Call a spade, goddammit, right? And he won it the day after. He won it in March. So that's a good step forward. It's a very good step forward. And yo, if Bobby Lashley don't retain at WrestleMania, that shit is great
for sure, Drew. And
I will look. That's too big. That's a hot spot right there. I'm with that. Why not?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. You know what I like when Vic fucking pays for his internet bill and does this stutter out here like a motherfucker. That's what I like. God damn.
Internet is ass.
I think that because of this motherfucker not getting files, we should just go to Heels Pop Chair Shots of the Week. All right, with your laggy ass. What you guys got this week?
Internet gets chair shot of the week.
Chair shots. Yo, it's doing so good.
Yo, my heel of the week is Blanchard's Taylor, because his outfit this week, he made it extra snug. You know what I mean? So he's the heel of the week. He was looking out there like fucking Harley Race. He was looking out there like, you know what I'm saying? Elvis, after the fact, that shit look terrible. It looked terrible.
I'm gonna go heel pop right now. I'm gonna say this is a double right here. Jade Cargill was fantastic in her role leading up to this whole match with Shaq and Cody and Red Velvet. She was the main protagonist in this whole story, as it were. All right, we didn't get a lot from Shaq, right? He had his really cringy ass moments and inside the NBA. Yo, that shit, oh man, yo, that shit was corny as hell. But all right, Jade in the wrestling sphere, right? Because Shaq had to sell it in the NBA, right? He had to sell it for NBA fans, and people were gonna watch, whether they were gonna watch or not. They were gonna make that decision based off of who he was and not the stupid shit of him elbowing a plexiglass. All right. But Jade sold this match for wrestling fans. She was out there every week, putting the mic work in. She was on the presence on television to sell this fight, and then she delivered in the ring. Yo,
word?
Sure. She's got a ways to go, but she was good. Dog. For what it was. Everybody in that match did what they had to do. Everybody, Shaq included. And that's
Shaq going through that table.
I'm gonna have to disagree. If anything, what stood out to me is that Jade is green. Like that's what stood out the most. Like Shaq, I expect, but Jade is about to be a wrestler, and it could be it's her first match.
It's her first match.
I'll give her that. But I could tell from the beginning she was green. I could tell. Red Velvet was carrying the match.
Bro, all right. No doubt.
La Colombiana, she had her arepas and sancocho and plato calentado, and she was holding down the match for Jade. And at the end of that match, Jade looked good. But
that's what I'm talking about. At the end of the match, who looked good? Jade.
The respect to
Cody kind of
the Miss Briscoe. The Miss Briscoe. We have to give respect to her. And we need to get her on the motherfucking show. Because she's from Barranquilla. You already know.
But the pop here comes in the way the match was booked. They looked at everybody's strengths. They hid everybody's weaknesses as best they could. And that's why Jade looked good. That's why Red Velvet looked good. And that's why Shaq looked good. Because they didn't make him do anything wild and crazy. He looked like a big man. He was supposed to be a big man. And as far as I'm concerned, the biggest fuck up was Cody taking a powerbomb and bouncing back up. Yeah. Because you taking a powerbomb from all the fucking way up there, you got to sell that shit.
And you know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? That wasn't that wasn't part of the plan. That was a receipt. That was a receipt. That was a receipt. Because why would Cody do that? Why would Cody do that?
You think Shaq is going to stand in the ring and give an errant powerbomb? He's just going to fucking be like, whoop, I'm going off script, powerbombing a bitch. You think Shaq is doing that?
Listen,
Mr. Triangle, Mr. Follow the rules, fuck out of here.
Listen, he could follow a triangle, but he could shoot a free throw. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not a free throw.
You can't tell me that Cody Rhodes said, I'm going to take a powerbomb and no sell it, and thought that was good news.
You know shit about boxing, bro.
No, but you know who knows about boxing? Fucking Red Velvet's father, who was a Colombian heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? No, he's a welterweight, but he's a boxing champion in Colombia. Barranquilla. Hey.
JP said Barranquilla like 8 times.
My heel of the week?
Give Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Sure. Yo, the third African American black champion of WWE history. You have to.
Let's get it.
You have to. It's crazy that we're here. It's crazy that this is what we're talking about. Yo, last year when Kofi won, I look back, Shad, who rest in peace, bro, and MVP had a moment at somebody's party watching WrestleMania when Kofi won. They were crying, bro, and when you see these men crying, it's because you know that they understood what it's like. They understood that they worked in business but they're never gonna be seen as number one.
Vic, right? What'd you think?
And to see people fucking getting there was emotional for them.
Yo, JP, shut the fuck up, bro. Damn. God damn, yo.
Y'all saying shit. I'm saying shit that
You don't let nobody talk. God damn. Vic, was telling you.
Good evening to JP and Bobby Lashley, both of them. I appreciate the tears in his eyes, bro. I really do. He teared up, and that showed that he really, really was in the moment. Lost in the moment when he third heavyweight champion in the history of Sports Entertainment. Now,
I think we've heard that before.
Pop.
PCF, what you got, yo?
For chair shot?
For whatever the fuck you want, bro. Damn. What's up with y'all, yo?
Well, my pop of the week goes to the little back and forth that MJF and Chris Jericho had with the Young Bucks. Yo, they were going hard at each other, and MJF said a little thing. He made a little comment about Nick Jackson's hairline. That was one. Two, what Matt Jackson said to Jericho, where he said that if it wasn't for their father inspiring them to be the way that they are, that AEW wouldn't exist. And if AEW wouldn't exist, what would Jericho be doing? And he told Jericho that he'll be behind. What was it? Behind the jerking the curtain at the.
Oh yeah, the performance center.
Jerking the curtain in the performance center. Yeah, that was crazy.
That
was good.
Oh yeah. You know who's gonna be my heel of the week for next week? Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley's about to fucking go in on Shaq for his botches all through that match. Goddammit.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. So
I'm tuning in like a motherfucker.
Yo,
and by the way,
way.
I put my comments in the chat because I talk too much.
I see that.
This guy, bro, get a fucking panty liner.
It was dope. The MVP was there for both championships for Bobby Lashley. That was dope.